All right. This is Sasha Raskin, live from Boulder, Colorado. I'm a counselor, I'm a coach, founder of the Six Figure Practice program, accelerator for counselors and coaches in private practice. So, today I want to talk about something incredibly important and pretty rare in terms of missing counselors and coaches actually doing. It's a part of a bigger idea. The bigger idea is really knowing what are the marketing strategies that you're using and also assessing how well they are working and constantly getting knowing your numbers and understanding what works, what doesn't, and what needs to be improved. And so many counselors and coaches experiencing anxiety for this whole marketing thing, and I think many times it comes from a place of not knowing what's actually going on. Right. So the more you know, the more information you have, the more relaxed you would feel about the whole marketing process, and also the more effective you will be, which will translate in you helping more clients, right, and also growing your business, and those two go in tandem. So the subject for today, by the way, I'm going live every day, so around 12 p.m. Mountain time. So definitely, if you're on YouTube or Instagram, definitely join the successful private practice therapists and coaches group on Facebook to be notified. And if you're on watching this on YouTube, simply subscribe and make sure you get the notifications. If you're on a different platform, you can subscribe on YouTube too. So the topic for today is the big question: how are your private practice potential clients finding you, and why are they contacting you in the first place? Basically, really understanding what in everything you build, all the marketing systems you have, what actually worked in the two things, both in in being found and also in the motivating people to take action and actually contact you. And first, let's talk about how to do it wrong. Um, I don't, if this is something you do, I don't blame you because you probably seen it done so many times in other companies, uh, or other counselors or coaches do the same thing, which is, um, well, first of all, not asking and not knowing, right? Not asking your clients how did they find you and why are they contacting you? Why did they choose to contact you? That's one mistake, right? So every conversation you have is a valuable source of information, right? So why not ask? It would just take a few seconds. Second, the wrong question to ask would be, how did you find me? Which is counterintuitive, right? If you want to know how did they find you, that's what you would ask, right? Wrong. Why is that wrong? Because pretty much all of your potential clients' journey goes through Google. That's just how the way it is, right? So pretty much every time, if you try that, you probably have gotten the same answer: Google. Now, what do you do with this information? It's, in my eyes, it's equivalent to not having any idea how they find you in the first place, right? Because it's so generic, it doesn't provide you any information. I want to teach you a magic question to ask that would do two things. One, it would actually give you some details about the finding you journey. And second, it would give you, well, actually, three things. Second, it would give you the understanding. Why did they actually make the decision? What convinced them to contact you? Third thing, and that's super important, if this is a part of your consultation call, it would actually motivate them more to work with you. Are you ready? So the question is super simple. Why did you think I'm the person to call? So again, why did you think I'm the person to call? Oh, with that problem after they tell you why did they reach out. What does it do? Best way to explain that is using an example. I ask this in every consultation call with my clients, and here are some of the answers that I get. I just saw that you're the most highly reviewed person on Google, so I contacted you. Another one, I really connected to your story. Another one, well, you just you clearly know what you're doing because you have all those certifications. Another one would be just the way you talk about those problems. It felt like that people usually experience. It felt like you really know me. Right? So those are just few examples, and sometimes people go and actually give like really detailed information, like for my ADHD coaching. Right? Many times people would say, "Well, like the fact that you have ADHD, that was super important for me to know," or the fact that like what you described about um, your experience with ADHD. And sometimes it's just like the most surprising things. Like sometimes I in my about me page I kind of go deep and talk about me, which is definitely a recommendation, and I show my story. And many times people would say, well, I contacted you because for example, you're Jewish and you understand my culture, or oh, because you have lived in three different countries and you understand how it feels to be an immigrant in different places, right? So this is such a valuable information to have, and it's so easy. Just ask that question, and you can literally write it down. What made you think I am the person to call? Right? You get the information how they found you, and you get the information why did they make the decision after they found you to actually contact you, right? By the way, it all can be improved and increased and etc. The side benefit of this, that they're actually uh, taking the kind of ambiguous thoughts about, oh, that might be potentially a good person that can help me, and put it into specific words and actually hear themselves say it, right? So in a way, they're on the call. The potential client would be qualifying you and saying out loud why you would be good to help them, right? And of course, given that you are a good fit to help them, and they are a good fit for you as a client to work with, just asking that question would increase the chances that that you would actually be hired, right? Because it doesn't do you any good if that's a great client and you can really help them, but they stay in the realm of a potential client, or just say, "I'll think about it," and then crickets. You never hear from them because it was just a polite way to say no. So I hope it's been helpful. Now, my suggestion to you, take it from the world of ideas into the world of action. And just with the next 10 calls, make it your second question that you ask after why did you reach out? Um, and see what happens. See if you're getting some valuable information, and see how it affects the rate. Well, in business terms, the conversion rate, right? From the amount of people that you had calls with to how many people became your actual clients. Asking that question, would it change something? A little spoiler, it probably will. And honestly, it also gives you confidence on the call, right? When, I don't know, if you've been trained in EMDR and you really know how to help with trauma and maybe even other trainings like brain spotting, right? And the person on the call tells you, man, it looks like you really know what you're doing. And I really appreciated that, seeing that you're really highly trained in this, it increases your confidence during that consultation call, which, like, if we use real words, is just a sales call, right? um, in disguise. So I hope it's helpful. Leave comments, and if you want to get some more personalized tips and look at how your business can grow faster, right, and what are some obstacles that might be stopping you, and get some tips how you can fill your uh, private practice faster. What you really need is a game plan, right? You need to know what to do, what are the next steps, and what is the right order. So what you can do is simply schedule a free call with us, with me, or some one of our experts, and we will brainstorm. We'll look at your business, take it apart, see what's happening, what's not happening, and should be happening, and then you have that game plan. That call would be for free, and if it makes sense, we might offer you to work with us to implement that game plan. If not, not a problem. You still have a game plan to implement on your own. So, if that's something you're interested in, simply schedule a call through the link in the description of this video, or message me, or comment, and we'll get in touch. Have a great rest of your day.